Alright friends, so I've already primed my face and I'm using my go-to Hello Fab, the coconut skin. It's like a primer and moisturizer. I'm going to go in with my Tula. It's the Glow and Get It. It's like a cooling, brightening eye balm. And I'm going to also place a little bit on top of my eyelid just to hydrate it a little bit more. I have a little bit of dry eyelids. All right, so I'm going to be using this palette that I haven't used in a very long time. This is the Ace Beauty palette, Ace Beauty Scarlet Dust, and I picked it because it has all these beautiful like pink colors, and I'm going to be playing around with the pink ones down here, mainly the Pink Moon. Really like that color. I usually don't use these colors, or I don't play around with them, so I wanted to be a little bit on the, you know, step outside of my comfort zone, if you will. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my lids with my Elizabeth Mott Thank Me Later primer, and I'm just gonna put a little dab on each eyelid. Little goes a long way, and I'm going to start looking for a brush to spread it out. I'm going to use one of my foundation brushes. This is, I think, one of my Luxie brushes. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and set my eyelids, and I'm going to be using my Tartiest Pro palette. I love this palette. And I'm going to set it with this color here. It's called Vintage. It's like a very light color. Let me grab a blending brush. And so I'm going to also be looking over here because I have a mirror. I really can't see from like the viewfinder, because your girl is blind. I need to go get my eyes checked, and I think I want to get some contacts also, so that when I'm doing videos like this and I can just wear my contacts. But I have yet to make an appointment with eye doctor. So I'm going to go ahead and just, this is one of my Luxie brushes. This is a Luxie 207. This is actually just like an angled shading brush, but it'll work. And so I'm really just setting my lid, and then I'm just gonna take it up a little, whatever's left over, to the top of my brow bone. And so there is that. True story, I have actually done this look already. However, I was losing like daylight when I started to film it, and as we just mentioned earlier, your girl is blind, and so I was reviewing the footage to edit it. And I noticed that I had a lot of, like, I didn't do a lot of blending on this side, and I liked the way the look came out. It was just it was a little much. Like, I didn't blend right, you know. It was kind of like a rushed type of thing, and so I wanted to really take my time with it. So with that being said, I'm going to take out the brushes that I used for this look. All right, I'm going to start off with this brush here. This is one of my Morphe brushes. This doesn't have a number or anything like that. This is one of my favorite ones, but I like it because it's kind of like a tapered but also blending brush at the same time. A little bit more tapered. Can you see how it's just... So I like to apply my eyeshadow with this one. And as we mentioned earlier, I'm going to go in with this color called Pink Moon. So it's this really bright color there. Move my hair out of the way, and I'm just going to start here where my eye, the end of, like, the corner of my eye. Okay, so I'm starting here at the corner of my eye, and I'm just going to blend it, little circular motions, and I'm stopping here, and I'm just going to bring what is already on my eye forward, right towards the inner corner of my eye. What I've learned with makeup, it's all about blending and just being very gentle with your brush, the way you hold it. So you always really want to hold it around where the tip, not the tip, the end of your brush, and just very gently. I mean, you wouldn't have a good grip, but you just very gently want to apply your eyeshadow, and you want to start light and then add on. So you want to start with like a little bit of eyeshadow, and if you feel you want something a little bit darker, then you just continue adding eyeshadow. And this just is going to prevent any patching, you know, on the eyelid. So does anyone have any special plans for Valentine's Day? I know my husband and I really don't do anything, and we really haven't. I'm actually like, I'm like an ambivert. Like when I'm out with like maybe like my family groups of people, like I can be very social, but for the most part I really like to just like chill and stay at home. I don't really care for big crowds or anything like that. I think when I was younger I kind of did, you know, if like I was with my like a group of friends or something like that. And you know, my husband and I are just at the point in our lives where we did all the socializing when we were in our young, you know, days, and we're just kind of over that scene. We actually really enjoy celebrating Valentine's Day at home. I like to cook up a good meal for my husband, because for the most part, you know, of course he has to work on those days when they fall during the week, so it gives me time to cook up a nice meal for him, and we just have a really nice intimate dinner, just him and I, which is great. You know, we don't have to deal with the chaos of, you know, maybe making a reservation at a restaurant or waiting in line to eat somewhere or anything like that. We just, when he gets home, we can just eat, maybe watch a movie, and, you know, get ready for the next day. You know, that's just the type of thing that we like to do. But I like to make it a little bit special, and I'm just cleaning this and cook something for my husband, something that he likes. He loves Italian food, so I like to make him like an Italian dish, you know, like a pasta or something like that. But this year he requested a steak and potato. He's a meat and potatoes kind of man, so that's what he is going to get. So I'm just cleaning this brush because I wanted to just go in and blend. And I'm just going to blend, and I'm just lightly going to bring it over to the top of my crease, and just to blend it out. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and darken up just the outer corner of my eye. And I think for that one, I'm going to have this brush here. I love this brush. This is also one of my Morphe brushes, but as you can see, it's like tapered also, but it's smaller, like a little smaller tapered. And I like this one because it's a perfect size to get the actual outer corner of my eye. And I think for the outer corner of my eye, I'm going to go a little on the darker side. I'm torn between Bahamas or Sangria. So these two are almost the same color. I think I'm going to go with this one down here, which is Sangria or Sangria. Just grab the outer corner of my eye and just lightly or just gently bring it up. And I'm just gently just blending it in, and then I'm going in a little bit towards like the outside of my, what's it called, my pupil, and that's where I'm stopping. Okay, and so now that I have that color, I'm going to go in with the same blending brush that I was using and just blend all of that together. I'm going to do two things. I'm going to go in with this color called Lotus, and I'm going to cover the actual lid itself. Let me grab a brush for that one. So for the actual lid, I like to use a brush that's a little bit more dense, and this is one of my other Luxie brushes. This is a 209. It's like a large shader brush. When I talk about dense, this is what I mean. I apologize for it being dirty, but you see how different it is. It's just, I guess, like, okay, so here is the shape of this one. It's very dense, and then this one's tapered like so, and just fluffy, so it's like good for blending also. And an actual like blending brush looks like this. And so I like this for the actual lid itself. So I'm really going to build up the eyeshadow here, just blend it out here on the inner corner of my eye and connecting it with the top of my lid, the other color. And then I'm also going to go in with the same color here called Maui. It's more of like just a shimmer, a very light shimmer. Same brush, and I'm just going to apply it to the top. This one's a very light color, so I'm going to go ahead and just grab my finger and apply some eyeshadow like that. That's better. Ooh, that was too much. And I still applied a lot. I'm just going to grab a blending brush and blend it out. I'm going to give it a little clean because it had a lot of fallout. That color is pretty, but it was just really hard to put on. And so then I'm just going to clean my under eyes here because it had a lot of fallout there. And now for eyeliner, I'm actually going to be using a brown eyeliner, and I'm going to go in with my all-time favorite, Maybelline. This is like my go-to eyeliner. It's like totally old school, but I like it. I'm just going to sharpen it up real quick and apply it. Okay, all the beauty gurus will say do not, you know, stretch your eye or anything like that, but I've been doing this forever, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm just going to continue to do that. So I just gently pull back my skin, making my eyes look a little, just stretching out my eyelid. And then I'm just applying it. And then I'm going to finish applying here. Okay, before I move on, what I'm going to do is actually just clean up my eyeshadow a little bit. And I'm going to do, this is like just my Luxie foundation brush, and I'm just gonna grab it from here and hold the bristles and just brush up just gently. And I'm gonna repeat that to the other side. And this is just gonna clean up a little bit of any like eyeshadow on the outer corner of my eye, just really lining up my eyeshadow. All right, guys, I put some foundation on so I can and I didn't realize that it wasn't recording, so I am using the L'Oreal True Match, that like serum that was like a rave on TikTok, and I was at Walmart the other day and I was like, oh, let me try it out. And I just have my It Cosmetics foundation brush. This is like an old school foundation brush. I absolutely love it. And I did get the shade 3-4. It's like a light medium, but that's usually like my color tone, light medium, and I do have warm undertones. But I do feel like this one's a little too dark. I mean, I think it's a good match, but just slightly a little bit dark, that I could probably mix it up with like one of the lighter versions. But we have spring and summer just around the corner, so I know I will be matching the color to a T here pretty soon. And I'm not going to be using any concealer. I feel like the foundation is just enough to get that little coverage that I need. And again, I'm going to just clean up the outer corner of my eye with the brush, whatever's on there. And then I'm going to bring it over to my ear just to match, and my neck. So there is that. And I also got a concealer, but not to conceal, but I got something darker because I wanted to use this as a bronzer instead of using, you know, a powdered bronzer. So, or I guess contour, you can say. So what I'm going to do, I did this, again, I've already tried this look, and I went a little too crazy with the concealer. So I did just slightly wipe it off, and I'm only going to use dots. I went in with like a full line and I was like, what the heck did I do? So I'm only going to go in with dots. And when I do like any type of contouring, I like to see where my ear is at. And that's where I start. Ending here, where this is where my cheekbone is. And I end there just to give my face like a little bit of a lift. And this, I think, might be too much also. I'm also going to, you know, try to hide that little double chin that I got going on. And there is that. So I only used what was on there already. And I'm going to go ahead and go in with my dirty ass beauty blender. I need to wash it too and just blend it out. I'm just going to go back in with my foundation brush and just blend it out a little bit more. I feel like I have better control with this one. I'm not sure if it's the lighting, but I feel like it's a little too orangey for my skin tone, so I might have picked the wrong shade, but I'll take a look at it right now in a different lighting just to see. All right, so there is that. I love this foundation. So nice. Feels so good on my skin, hydrating. I don't feel like I have foundation on my face. I love it. I just love that it's just like a quick fix, if that makes sense. All right, so next I'm going to go into blush, and I've been using this blush by Pixi On The Go blush. Love it. And this is what it looks like. And so I'm just going to add it to my cheeks. And I'm going to go up just again to give my face that illusion of like a facelift. And then I'm also going to go on my nose, just so that my face looks like I have, you know, been out in the cold. I got a little Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer nose, you know, going on. And I'm just blending it out with my fingers. I feel like this is the best way to blend this blush out. So there is that. Now I'm going to go in and finish the bottom of my eyes, and I'm going to be using this brush right here. This is one of my Luxie brushes, and this is actually a precision crease brush, but I like to use this for my under eye, and I'm just cleaning it out. See how thin it is? And I'm just going to grab the color that I was using earlier. So I'm going to go in with Pink Moon right here. Grab just a little bit, and I'm going to go onto the middle or start where the middle of my eye is, and then out to the outer corner of my eye, but I'm going to connect it to my eyeshadow. I have a smudger brush here somewhere. I don't know, maybe this one is it. But this one's more or less the same. I'm just going to take it to blend everything out. And then I'm going to go back in with that same brush, and I'm going to go in with the darker color that I used, which was this one here called Sangria. Grab a little bit on my brush, and then just, again, line it, giving myself a little bit of a smoky eye. And then I'm going to blend it out again. right, now I'm going to go ahead and add some black eyeliner to my waterline. So I'm going to be using my Trestique. So like I said, I'm just underlining my waterline. I'm not underlining, just filling in my waterline, and I'm also going to fill it in on the top. I like to do this step because I feel like it just makes my eyes look a little bit bigger. And when I underline, or when I go in with my waterline, I only, again, go with the middle of where my eye is and out, and the same thing on the top. So to the middle and out. Okay, before I put mascara on, I'm going to go in and just set my face, and I'm going to go in with my Milani Make It Last. I'm using the Essence What the Fake, and I'm just going to apply a couple coats to each eye. Okay, and I'm also going to add some mascara to my bottom eyelashes. Okay, I'm going to go in with my Dominique. This is the color Crush. Going to outline my lips. I'm just going to do like a real simple pink lip. Kind of nude. And then I'm using the Dose of Colors. This was a liquid lip. If you really wanted to make this look a little bit more dramatic, you could add some eyelashes. I don't like eyelashes, you guys. I wear them for special occasions, but other than that, they just bother my eyes, and then I wear glasses, and it's just a whole thing. So I don't wear them hardly anymore unless I'm, you know, have a special occasion coming up, or like an event or something like that. Then I'll put some eyelashes. But for like just a real simple look like this, they're off. It's too much for me. All right, friends, so this is my completed look. If I really was going to go out for like a night out or something like that, I would just put on some eyelashes and maybe like more of a bolder lip, just to make it, you know, a really nice date night, you know, out on the town or something like that. But since this, to me, it can be like an all-day look, everyday type of look, you know, just being a little bit more festive. And for me, celebrating here on Valentine's Day at home, I really like this look, and it just got me to step out of my comfort zone and play with some colors that I usually would never play with. With that being said, I hope that you guys come back for another tutorial. We'll just play around with makeup and see what we come up with. And if you are interested in anything that I used, I did name of as I was going, but I will leave everything in the description box down below for you guys. I don't have any links because I'm not an affiliate with anyone or anything like that. But if you're curious to know like the shade of my foundation again, I'll leave that for you guys again. The concealer that I use to bronze up, I will leave that for you in the description box down below. And if you have any questions about this look, or just want to say hi, I would love to say hi to you in the comment section down below. And I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!